One.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the ChaosCast. This is episode 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really moving up.
Been on up.
I'm your lovable MC Matic, and I'm joined by the adorable Silver Ice.
Aww. Hi.
The cuddly Insomniac Gaming.
It's the beard. The beard makes me cuddly.
And the sweet little Stomp.
Eyes retarded.
The lovable retard Stomper.
Yeah.
Hey guys, so as I have the last time, I made some topics
All
for
right.
this podcast.
For it.
One of them I came up with as you guys were playing Smite.
Oh, okay.
I was watching the intro, the clips from Rocky Horror Picture Show. Have you guys ever seen that?
Yep.
No.
Stomper? Of course not. Silver, have you seen it?
That's because Stomper's a
Yeah.
baddie.
I'm a
Yeah.
bad
I was thinking, how would it feel like to be those people? Like
Oh,
the people that roll up in their car, they walk in and there's like a ball going on.
there's like
And the host of the ball is Tim Curry dressed like a woman.
yeah, it's like that's like vampire smile face. Yeah, I don't know how I would react.
I feel like that'd be really weird.
I
Yeah,
have nothing to interject, so I'm just gonna go white power.
Yeah, I won't stick on that topic because Stomper's a babby. But even for me, like I'm a fairly weird person. I think I'd be uncomfortable. It's because it's lingerie. Like if the dude was wearing like an actual dress or something, or like girl jeans and a tank top, then I
sounds
could
sexy.
bear it. But instead, he's wearing like full blown lingerie with garters
Yeah, and a really bad drag makeup.
and not even attempting to have a girl voice. It's no,
not a girl
it's
voice.
Tim Curry. It's Tim Curry. Have you ever seen Stephen King's It?
Yeah.
Or Fern Gully? You seen Fern Gully?
Oh, wow. That's an old-ass movie.
He's Hexus in that.
Oh,
Gully's mine
that's Tim
shit.
Curry.
Fern Gully is he's Nigel Thornbury too, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think so, yep.
He is.
That's how I would have remembered. You said Nigel
Yeah, but
Thornberry.
Hexus in Fern Gully. I
He was
got
also in
introduced
Charlie's
to
Angels.
rap.
Is he?
He was in the
Yeah, he is in Charlie's Angels.
second
yeah.
one or the first one?
And
the
Legend.
second one because
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
he
the
was-
devil in Legend.
yeah, it was
He's
the
a-
second. I'm sorry.
He's in ultimately everything that existed when I was a child.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, we'll get off Rocky Horror Picture Show. So the first of the 8 topics I actually wrote for the podcast was bully fails. Because the other night while I was working, I was pretty much just watching compilations of bullies getting their shit pushed in, because it's the best. And yeah, how do you guys feel about those videos?
I saw one where some kids were like slapboxing in the hallway.
Oh, shit. I got a fall over on my desk.
The big kid was like just bullying him around, and then this really small skinny kid just like brings back for like a haymaker and smacks the shit out of the big guy in the face, and I was just laughing my ass off the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're great because who doesn't want to root for the underdog? Who doesn't want to see this asshole motherfucker get his shit pushed in
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
by the underdog? It's great. Those videos are awesome. They're always entertaining.
Yeah. My favorite is probably any one of those videos that comes out of Russia.
Russians, they're just naturally good at making videos.
It
Those
seems
are
like
usually on like World Star Hip Hop.
yeah, it seems like any Russian. It seems like they must teach roundhouse kicks in school. Like that's a class where they've just got like a dummy with a basketball for a head, and these kids just kick the shit out of it.
I don't doubt it.
So many of them, it'll be like, dude, like you seen the video where the guy smacks the guy's girlfriend's ass, and then as the guy's walking by, he just roundhouse kicks that guy's teeth in. And then I've seen like 3 or 4 out of Russia where just random people happen to know how to execute a perfect roundhouse kick. Have you ever tried a roundhouse kick?
Not easy.
I can imagine I've tried it. I don't really ever imagine a time where I was successful.
I've seen a guy try to kick someone in a street fight maybe once, and his leg got grabbed and he immediately got the shit kicked out of him.
That's why you do kicks fast. They train you to do them fast.
Yeah, this dude was like a Taekwondo practitioner. It didn't play out great.
Yeah. Kicks aren't really what you want to go for.
That was when I learned a real good punch to the back of the head sounds like someone smashing a steak between two bricks. Like, cause he got sucker punched in the back of his head real hard, and it was a sound that I'd never heard before, and it was nightmarish.
Well, see, the one thing they teach you about if your foot gets caught, you jump up and spin around and use the heel of your other foot.
Or you
Try and
just
get
don't.
them in the face.
You
Or
don't try
kick.
to use a kick in a street
Or you
fight.
don't kick. All you gotta do, man, get them down, get them like all crouched over, take the knee and just slam the back of their or the front of their face into your knee.
The only time it's good to kick someone is if they're on the ground trying to get up.
Yeah.
Kick them then. They can't grab
Of
your legs.
course.
Kick
Yes.
the fuck out
Yeah,
of them.
Now
always
they're
kick them when they're down.
Okay, let's reiterate the fact that I'm a gypsy.
Let's also just reiterate the fact that there are no rules in a street fight. I mean, when it comes down to survival, at
Wait,
that
wait,
point.
I just want to point
Oh, yeah.
something real fast. Matic,
What?
I didn't know that, and that explains so much. It explains a lot.
But yeah, like
I
if,
feel like I know you all so much better now.
if you're fighting with me and you get kicked, just be glad that that's the backhanded shit that I pulled. Was kicking you while you were down.
Yeah, Maddox's a gypsy and I'm a dwarf.
It could have been a handful of quarters. A handful of quarters or a thumb in the eye socket. So the kick while you're down is lucky.
I know. I feel like I see Matic like pulling out a sock with change in it and just
Pretty
like
much.
Oh
swinging
fuck
it.
yeah!
I would definitely love to see that. I really would.
I was sanding
Oh, there's
the
gotta be a video
I was
of it.
sanding the art off of a t-ball bat earlier.
When I woke up this morning,
Yeah, I was sanding the t-ball shit off of a t-ball bat and wrapping the handle in electrical tape.
yeah, I walked out of my room. My room is directly across the hallway, and I hear this like vigorous scratching sound constantly, just going and going. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in there? I was kind of afraid to open his door and see him like in some sort of weird masturbatory procedure.
I got a dick. Me jerking off sounds like someone rubbing two sticks together. People used to make jokes about that. I'm a skinny dude, and I would date skinny girls, and they'd be like, "How do you guys not start fires?" But anyway, next topic. I was. Did anybody go to any summer camps?
Dude, summer camp love is so intense.
It is. Did you?
I have to say the closest thing I've ever been to is a dare camp.
The fuck is dare camp?
Dare? No.
But like the anti-drug.
Yeah,
There was a
I was-
dare camp. That
I
sounds
was
like the place you
assuming.
go to get fiddled. Like.
Yeah,
That sounds
truth-
like that sounds like a
Truth
diddle
or dare
camp.
camp, more like. Yeah. What about you, Stomper? You going to a summer camp?
Ooh, no, I gotta work all summer pretty much.
Well,
I did
as
go
a
to
younger
a summer
man.
camp with a church.
As a
when I
younger
was in, like,
man, the
second grade.
only summer camp I ever went to was church camp that I went to 2 years in a row, and had all the guys and the girls. And they had like the guys up downstairs and the girls upstairs, right?
uh-huh.
And so, like, just weird shit would happen. Like, you'd see guys trying to sneak into the girls' room, but like, the church people were just monitoring the halls. They were just staring at anybody who left the room as they, and it was just so creepy, man.
I went to church camp and we had like entirely different cabins on like the other side of this campus, pretty much for the boys and the girls.
And you
went-
would think that'd be smart.
I went to church camp once, and it was ultimately like the Christian breeding ground.
It
Yeah,
always is.
That's
Dude,
like where the
I mean,
church kids
I
go.
don't know how
what do you
many
think the
times-
counselors are
I
doing,
I touched my first vagina at church camp.
I mean, hey man, get the Christian girls, bro.
Yeah, no joke. The funny thing
They're
is,
freaks.
like when I showed up, they knew what was up because I had gauges.
Oh,
Stuff. Gauges
so you
down
just
here.
scream, bad kid.
I was gonna defile some.
You
Defile.
screamed bad boy, and girls love it.
They did, yeah. That's why I touched my first vagina. I hadn't touched one prior to the mohawk and stuff. But yeah, the reason I brought up
Gypsy bad
camps,
boy.
The reason I brought up the reason I brought up summer camps, not just camps, but the reason I brought up summer camp was because I went to asthma camp as a kid.
Asthma camp?
Asthma camp. That was a camp completely dedicated to asthmatic children. And
So they're like, here we go. We're gonna have activities, but not too much activity.
yeah, there weren't any foot races. It was like archery and like they had weird shit like to educate us about our asthma. And one thing they had was they had a pair of pig lungs that had a pump ran to it, and you pressed on the pump with your hand and it would inflate and deflate the pig lungs.
That sounds terrifying.
It was dope. It was super
Oh,
rad.
dude.
But I decided, like, I bet I can push on that pump hard enough to blow this fucking pig lungs out.
Blow 'em up.
So I ran over there and pressed as hard as I could, as many times as I could, and blew up the pig lungs. And summer was made. It was great. The thing is, though, the way that lungs are made, they don't, like, explode. They don't burst. Just a hole ruptures. So it shoots, like, the contents of the pig lung in one direction. And so I, like, blasted the council with
Pig innards.
pig innards. And camp was made great. Camp
That's
was
great.
made way great.
I mean, I remember one year back when I was in elementary school, they had a whole like don't smoke cigarettes thing, and they had this van that had like all this like interactive stuff you could do as a kid,
Pig
and they
lungs.
had a cancerous pig lung sitting in a box. It
How the
was all
fuck do you get that?
black and dark? Dude, I don't know. It's like, are they,
Well,
They gave
chain
them pig
smoking?
cancer.
Are they
You gave a
chain
pig
smoking
cancer
this
by
pig?
yeah.
Somebody was smoking cigarettes. I just picture some dirty dude, like looks like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and he's like smoking cigarettes and blowing them into the pig's mouth.
What I'm picturing is I'm picturing like a pig, and it just goes, and then they put another cigarette in and light it, and then when it's done, it just spits out the butt and just goes.
Oh my god, I just remember. Speaking of shotgunning, I just remembered why I started smoking cigarettes in the first place.
Huh?
From shotgunning cigarettes. Chicks would shotgun me cigarettes, hits off of cigarettes. And that's
Wow.
why I started smoking. Which is kind of a cool thing, because that means I got shotgunned enough, I developed an addiction. I breathed in enough secondhand cigarette smoke from girls' mouths that I got addicted to nicotine.
Okay, I don't understand what is with girls and smoking cigarettes. Like, I know some guys smoke cigarettes, but like a majority of the population at my school of women smoke
Because
cigarettes.
it's cool. It lets the guys know they poke.
Oh. Nope.
I love Stomper's innocence in that one. He had no fucking clue what was going on.
Oh, you know what? That
At least
makes
they spread 'em.
sense. That makes sense because quite a bit of whores do it.
There you go.
Okay, we
No.
need to get right off this topic.
One more thing. I was at a party at my friend's house.
Just for
And-
any cute women listening to the podcast, only Stomper's a misogynist. I'm very much a feminist.
I'll make misogynistic jokes, but people who know me, they're like, dude, you're such a bullshitter. You don't actually hate women. I was like, yeah, no, I don't hate them. But
I
regardless,
feel like that's not true.
it's not.
Wait,
Okay.
what you just said.
I don't like feminazis. I have
don't
feminist
either.
friends,
Ooh, man,
and they'll
me
just
neither.
laugh at my
Ooh.
jokes or whatever.
We need to-
We need to,
So,
yeah.
What? Okay.
Time to derail that.
So a lot of the time, being MC, I'm going to drag it right off that onto
Beautiful.
shitty indie games. Anybody ever paid into a real shitty indie game?
Yeah, Phantasmal. It was more like abysmal. That was terrible.
Ooh, nice
recently.
play on words. I bought on what was it, Silver G2A.
Uh-huh.
I paid for it's like $5 for 10 random game keys. I've got like 20 shitty ass games that I don't even know what they are.
It's kind of like Humble Bundle or what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bumble, something like that.
I mean,
Humble Bundle.
on that subject,
Billy Bumbler?
I've been wanting to discuss this game for a while because it was a gem. It really was a gem. It's Axiom Verge.
Oh, no, I'm
Axiom
thinking of Soul
Verge.
Axiom.
Axiom Verge was a beautiful Metroid-esque indie game.
That's like a Metroidvania title.
Yeah, it
Oh, that's the one
replicated
you
the
got in
Metroid.
you got that in that
Indie box.
indie box that
Yeah.
you were trying to get me to get into.
Yeah,
Let's see.
beautiful
Yeah,
service.
See, I've
But
just
the
pulled up
game would be good. Like, the game would have been perfectly fucking flawless. But there was a complete lack of direction.
I'm looking at
Like,
this
you
game right
do
now,
something...
As am I.
I have a feeling that there's some copyright battle going on with Metroid. This is like real ripoff.
It
The
was...
same fucking tunnels.
Yeah, it really does. But it was completely undirective. Like, you were supposed to do something, but it never tells you what you're supposed to do.
Well, honestly,
I've never had to use a walkthrough as many times as I had to with that game.
Because it's a knockoff of an old game. Like, I went back, I tried to play the remaster of Ocarina of Time and felt like a fart. I just could do anything. I had no idea what I was doing. And I didn't have like a quest log. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so dependent on like something up in the corner being like, yo, go to here, and having a mini-map that tells me where I need to go on the mini-map.
Yeah.
I guess in that way, Ocarina of Time was like one of the first hardcore games. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Probably. I can't.
Oh my god, I couldn't play that game. I can't play Zelda games.
Silver.
Yo.
You playing a game during the podcast right now?
No. Why would I be playing
He's
it?
searching shit, and I hope everybody hears his goddamn keystrokes.
It shows.
I do hear
It
it.
shows he's in Terra right now on Steam.
Oh, well, I'm not. I'm talking to someone I'm going to bring in to the podcast next week.
Oh, is it a lady?
Oh, is it those people that you jumped into the podcast with earlier?
Or is it Oobie
No.
Stew?
I'm still communicating with Oobie Stew. We need to talk about Oobie Stew because Oobie Stew
We've talked about Oobie
has
Stew.
every fucking podcast, and that's because he deserves it. This kid is fucking goddamn genius.
He's got such
Yes,
a
Oobie
fucking
Stew.
Oh
He
wait,
has
I
such
subscribed to his channel.
shadow
Oh.
to stand up to now. Like, if he doesn't come on the podcast and completely fucking steal it, then we all look like retards.
How do you spell
Oh, yeah.
Stew again?
Hold on. He's like all over my news feed right now.
Is
O
it-
O B I E Stew, S-T-E-W.
Yeah.
And I'm convinced that the kid's a little genius, like satirist.
He's a
Oh god, he fucking has to be. Everything this kid puts out is gold.
I love the fucking recorder one. He's like playing it and he goes, "Oh, I didn't see you there."
Oh, yeah.
Can we talk about his intro? Like, am I allowed to like show his intro in the podcast?
Which intro? Which
I
one are
don't
you
know.
talking about?
His channel intro. I want to bring his channel intro up.
You mean
Hold
the
on.
one with the
Oh,
recorder?
he's playing the recorder and then he turns and goes, "Oh, I didn't see you there. I'm Oobie Stew. This is a channel where I'm gonna do things."
Does anyone have like? Man, how do you get to that video? Does anyone have that video up?
Yeah, I got it.
Send me a link to that video. I'm gonna put that video in here so that anyone watching that hasn't gone in and watched Oobie Stew to this point.
There you go, Silver.
While we're
It
getting
takes it to your main page, but you just gotta open up the video.
Oobie Stew, we're gonna take a break from Oobie Stew Watch Day 3 to move on to another topic while we're doing that.
All right.
Did you hear that they discovered gay lions?
Gay lions.
Gay lions.
That's
Discovered? Like that
They-
wasn't already a thing?
They already knew about the lions. They just didn't know that they did gay stuff.
but I thought any animal does
Yeah, but
gay
like-
stuff.
Like, cats in general, like, felines are just
They
known
recorded
for,
it,
like,
though.
male-on-male.
Animals themselves, like the natural order of the animal kingdom, if there's overpopulation, males will mate with other males to kind of
Yeah, and I
balance
thought
out.
I thought it was already a fact that an alpha male lion will rape a smaller male lion to show his dominance. That's already a thing.
I don't doubt it.
Well, it's been actually recorded. They were making a big deal of it. That
They put it on film.
these dudes captured it on film of these gay lions. I just want I want there to be a scientist that's his thing. Like, what if
Yeah, like, you know,
this
you see an
scientist
interview-
just happened to catch it? He just
You
happened
see-
to catch this, but now it's his career. He's got to go out like, well, what other animals have you found doing gay things?
It's like those interviews on on anything, and it shows his name, and then beneath it says homosexual animal researcher.
Yeah, or like homosexual animal expert.
And then you have to think: is he the homosexual, or is he a homosexual or is he a
Expert on homosexual animals.
That's one of those things
You have to break it down and figure it out.
where a comma can mean something
Oh,
real important.
Yes,
It's real important to have that
grammar,
comma.
guys.
all right.
Grammar.
I'm gonna top pause this real quick. I'm gonna play through this little Oobie Stew intro for the people watching, so they can kind of get this.
After that's all the topics. I blasted through the topics. So.
Oh shit!
Dude, we still got like 45 minutes to talk about nonsense.
All right. So in 1 second, we're going radio silent. All right, that's it.
Okay.
I'll be leaving a link to that video.
I just
And-
realized that me and Oobie Stew kind of have the same haircut.
Kinda have the same.
Kind of have the same haircut.
All right, I gotta.
Like if I parted my hair differently, be that.
I mean, you get that Oobie Stew look. Everybody's got it. Dude,
No,
I
Oobie
feel
Stew.
like-
Oobie Stew has that Matic Hertz look. I'm like 1,000 years older than this little fucking semen.
let's be honest here. It's not Matic Hurts. It's Madick Hurts.
Oh, you got the joke, Stomper.
You just revealed his secret identity.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
Now, I just have to bring this up. I feel like Oobie Stew is gonna get some women later on in his life. Just to be like, hey,
Oh, for sure.
I'm a
Oobie Stew
funny
is gonna
guy.
have to
Check out
turn
this
gay.
YouTube channel.
Oobie Stew is gonna be drowning in it.
Women in Oobie Stew, pussy smasher.
Dude, I want to know this. I want to know how Varden is just held down to one girl. He is a babe.
He's not held down to one girl. Excuse you.
He has a girlfriend.
But he doesn't anymore.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, he threw it all away for
Roll away from me. He knows. He's hungry
He's
for
already-
that queen size Matic bed.
He's already plotting on Maddox's bed space.
Oh, dude. I love my queen size mattress. It is the best.
Dude, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say like queen size mattresses hype right after a divorce. Fuck that. There's nothing sadder. And roll it over to a queen size mattress. You're taking up one corner because you've been trained by your ex-wife. To take up one corner, you roll over and look at all this empty bed space, and it's
Dude,
all
that's
empty.
when you lay dead in the middle and just spread eagle.
And see,
I do that now.
my solution.
Of course, now that I like my pillow is in the middle of the bed, I use all the pillows for my directly in the middle, and then just stretch out.
Well, when I got divorced, my solution to the whole thing kind of was,
Get rid of it.
I have a
started sleeping
a
in it.
very, very large dog.
Under the bed.
A very large dog. He's
Otherwise,
huge. I don't know where the dog is, but so he decided that since Dad's lonely now, he quickly took up the other 3/4 of the bed that she used to take up, and it just kind of worked. I snuggled up next to my dog every night, and that was just okay with me.
See, my dog likes to sleep in my bed, but I don't
I've got
like
a
him to be
cat.
right next to me. So he has his corner down at the foot of the bed. That's where he lays and he sleeps.
I've got a cat, and he offers no solace.
Cats are very independent animals.
Oh, Morty.
I wish my dog only took up
Yeah,
a corner
see-
of the bed.
See,
Dude,
Ed
your
knows
dog's
about
fucking
Morty.
huge.
Morty is a giant asshole.
Yeah, he's the size of a medium-sized dog. He's a fucking monster of a cat.
What kind of cat is it?
His like stomach
He's
dragging on the ground.
he's like half Maine Coon and half orange calico.
No, he's not fat. He's like a fucking little lion.
Yeah, I had a Maine Coon too. Those things are awesome. I love Maine Coons.
He's pretty. He's
Oh wait,
pretty
yeah, no,
dope
I think
for a
I've seen.
cat guy.
I think I've heard about Maine Coon. Maine Coon's like the size of a raccoon, right?
Yeah, Google it up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. The thing is, cats don't like. He's like, oh, you're sad. I'm gonna be over here on this carpet. So
I'm gonna be over on the opposite end of the house.
but every now and then, he's like, you know what? I'm sad. I want you to cuddle me. He'll come in,
Yeah, and
have me cuddle him and shit.
he was obviously like an outside cat before we took him in because he was very not domesticated when we first took him in.
Yeah,
And
the
he was
only way I
an
really,
asshole.
the only way I really know he loves me is because he'll let me pick him up and play with him and shit, and he won't strike out at me. And if anyone else tries to, it'll hurt him.
Yeah, he bites.
So it's like if he doesn't hurt me, because he doesn't hurt me, I know he cares, but he fucks up everybody else. But yeah. So how about I don't know if it's just because I'm getting old or if maybe he's changed his game, but Justin Bieber's new album ain't that bad.
I like his new album. I do. He made a nice little switch in musical genre there.
I've not listened to it, and I've had no.
I think you've heard it, and you probably haven't realized it.
He doesn't listen to the radio.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
I heard it on the radio, and I was like, oh, the song is pretty good.
Yeah, and then I looked it up later.
Right from Justin Bieber, and I was like, oh no.
Oh no!
Oh, they tricked me.
Oh shit.
I'm one of them now.
Crap.
Oh, so that's what you got going on.
It's like, oh man.
The
I really
real
like this girl,
question-
I think I'm gonna ask her to marry me, and then she drops her pants. Like, oh no, there's a baby there.
Well, wait, let's talk about that. That's a subject in itself. Let's say that exact scenario pans out.
What do you think my answer to that
Yeah,
is?
we're not talking about you. We're not talking about you. We're talking about the more, straight inclined men in the chat. We have a woman you have fallen madly in love with. You haven't gotten sexually intimate because let's just say you're a good Christian or whatever the fuck.
Let's just say
Well,
I'm
if you're
not a
waiting
good
for
Christian.
marriage, then that's a lot more complicated.
Yeah, and so
Wedding night, you're all the way
your
in Hawaii.
wedding night, you're on vacation. It's beautiful. You pull the pants down. There's the wanger. What do you do?
Oh my, that's difficult. I mean, like, obviously you're attracted to every other aspect of this woman because she was born a female. You know, she's got a pretty face, obviously, and a nice rack. And then,
I was about to
and
say,
then you
might even
find
have a
out,
rat.
and then you find out there's something else that's not to love.
It's just a small genetic defect. And if you look at it that way.
You know, I'm going to call it an anomaly for the sake of anyone. For the sake of saying defect just isn't fair to that person who were born with it.
I'm gonna call my dick an anomaly.
They're
from
still a
now on.
person. So I'm going to call it an anomaly and say for the sake of those people that it's that, and that's kind of it's a sad situation. I don't know
Also,
what to do with that.
what if she never plans on like getting it turned to an innie?
Don't.
She's always gonna have that outie.
Well, I
Yeah,
wouldn't ask someone to do that anyways.
I
know
would
you
have
would,
to
but
say,
sometimes they would plan on it being an innie eventually.
yeah, like in their mind, they're like,
On the
okay,
way.
yeah.
But what if she's just like, hey, I'm kind of a man boy. I'm a girl everywhere but my pee-pee.
Wait. My next question is she a woman first and then decided to get a penis?
No. We're talking about a born hermaphrodite.
Oh,
Yeah.
born from after. Oh.
Born hermaphrodite.
Like this person
That
didn't
would
have
be
a
very
choice.
difficult.
I know,
very-
because right, it's not fair to them. It's not their fault. Yeah.
Not
No.
fair to them, but at the same time,
It's not their fault either way.
I feel like
they don't have
that-
to be a born hermaphrodite for it to be their fault.
Well, if they chose to get a penis, it's their fault to have a penis.
Well, no, I feel
If-
like
okay,
if you're,
assume it's not a hermaphrodite. It's just someone that's trans.
I feel like that's something that should have come
I
out.
think you should have caught that, or it should have come out at some
No,
point.
no, no,
Yeah.
yeah. She before you guys got married, she should have brought that up. And I'm like,
Now I can understand a hermaphrodite because that could be
Well, because
that could have some identity issues.
yeah, they've got
But
constant
if
feelings.
you're transitioning, you've already at some point grasped the acceptance that you would rather be a female. So I feel like it would have been brought up at some point beforehand if you were a transitioning.
With someone being trans is that they already were a female. Just not
Yes,
physically.
but if they've made that adjustment, right, and they're transitioning, they just haven't got rid of their dinger. They sure told you.
Brass tacks. Either way, they should have let you know they were rocking the same tackle as you were rocking.
Yeah.
Like, neither way is it their fault. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
you're
not-
a hermaphrodite.
I'm gonna take
Oh
it.
no.
I'm gonna
Trans?
take it.
Oh no.
I'm gonna take it a step back from how Silver sold it, because he was talking about at your wedding night. I'm talking about like you've been speaking with this girl for like 2 weeks. You've gone on a couple dates, and now it's time to get intimate. You know, it's very early in the relationship. How's it going to affect it? For me, it's not going to work out. I'm just going to have to back out because it's
Right,
not
yeah.
fair to this person. I'm going to want them to play with my tackle, but I'm not really going to want to play with their tackle. That's a huge turnoff for me.
Yeah, no, in that case, it would be over.
Dude, I can't even fathom like a threesome
And that's
with
just not
another
a
dude in
fair
the room.
sex life. If I won't do anything for them, you know, that's one-sided.
Yeah.
You can always stick it in the butt.
Right, but what about when it comes
Hole's
time
a
to
hole,
receive?
ace on.
Oh,
That's
Well,
what
no,
I'm
that's
talking
not
about.
that's
It's
not how it
still
works. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little like a window into PP on PP.
Usually there's a top and a bottom. I know.
Yeah, there's a top and a bottom.
My little
you don't
brother's
ever,
gay.
you don't ever have to
Dog.
take a dick, necessarily, unless you want it.
Right,
But-
but just the fact that the tackle's there and
But-
I'm not interested in it.
That's why we're not talking about, you know, a gay relationship or a trans relationship. This is a very, you know, mentally bruised person because they were born with the anomaly going on in their little panties.
okay, yeah.
That's why I think it would be a more difficult decision because, you know, they're just not comfortable talking about it.
Right.
So it's not like they were.
Comfortable about talking
And
about
if
it.
it's
You
only
should
just like a couple
definitely
weeks
talk
in, you're not
about
going to
it.
know yet.
If you're far enough in the relationship that you're feeling like you're going to get married to him, they should definitely talk about the fact that
Yeah.
she might have a dinger.
By then, absolutely. But
Yeah.
if it's the first time you're going to bed and you're like 2 or 3 weeks
Well-
into dating, which is usually how it happens.
let's talk
Yeah.
about. The thing is, like, it's a fear thing. Like with me, I'm bi. I'm sure the podcast listeners realize that by this point.
First
But-
podcast.
That's like a super scary thing for me to consider telling female that I'm dating that I am.
Yeah. No, I could understand
Kinda
that.
not relevant. It's not really relevant, so I guess it's different. But at the same time, it's a part of who I am. But if I really like a girl, I'm going to be concerned about telling her that.
It would be concerning, and I could get that, but I feel it really should be something that might need to be brought up.
Eventually.
Maybe okay,
Because
let's all agree we're
if-
going to start a movement, right?
All right.
We're going to start a movement from this day on. Well, Steve's or X is taken, so he doesn't count, and you are too, I guess. But
Yeah.
let's just agree that, like, all men out there, any males listening to this podcast, just ask, do you have a penis?
Let's just make this normal. Hashtag ask for penis.
Yeah,
Low-key in the middle
no,
of
no,
second
no,
date.
can't use that hashtag.
Just
Silver.
drop it.
Hashtag have a penis? Question mark?
You gotta do it like Cards Against Humanity style. Just penis.
Yeah,
I'm talking
penis,
like-
question mark.
I'm talking like you're like halfway into the second date and you just drop it in the conversation low key. So so your parents live up in New Hampshire, huh? Do you have a penis?
Yeah.
Just nonchalantly just be like, yeah, you got a penis.
I think I would have to do that. I would do that at like a nice restaurant, you know, second or third date. That way there's no scene. You know, I'm like, just sit her down with a nice glass of wine and be
The
like,
second or third date.
do you have a penis?
Like that.
Well, see,
why look at him
my
next
first
year, because
question,
this
my
is really
first
working
question,
out.
You
whenever I
approach him at the
start
bar,
getting,
and hey, do you have a penis? If they know, then hey, you want one?
see, my first one of the first questions I ask, like, when I'm starting to get intimate with a girl, like, before I do anything, I'll be like, this is not a conversation that I want to have, or I want to have it, but I don't want to do it. But like, got any STDs?
You know, and I have never once asked that, and I
probably should have.
I've regretted it twice now. Twice now I've regretted it. Had it. They've been treatable both times. Thank God.
You got lucky.
Yeah. But it really takes that that first instance of an accident to really build that sense of worry, you know.
I've never asked, now that I think of it. Never once have I asked.
I always make it a point to ask just because I really don't.
But
want
honestly, most of my situations of sex with anyone other than my ex-wife have been like buddy scenarios where like either I'm convincing them or they're convincing me, hey, why don't we make an agreement? And that normally comes up in it. Hey, I'm clean, you're clean, I've got a pee-pee, you've got a
kind of already assume
vagina.
that, yeah.
Half the time people don't know.
No,
That's the real thing.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. No symptoms or anything.
Every time I have sex with a girl, for the first time I have sex with that girl, for like the next like month or something, I'm worried that like one day I'm gonna wake up and have like herpes.
well, stop
Well-
what?
Every day he wakes up, he just
Hey,
shoves his hand straight down his pants.
For a
and
real
checks
long
for herpes.
time.
Huh?
AIDS incubates for a real long time. Stop.
But that was one of the nice things about being in the Army, is I had that, you know, as crappy as the healthcare was, it was free to me. So every time I had an encounter, I had the ability to kind of just swing over to the hospital and be like, I need to get checked.
There's nothing more awkward than getting tested for STDs at like a health department, because you've got some nurse with your dick in her hand, and then she jams something down your pee hole.
They've changed it.
I
Thank
know
God.
they've changed it now,
But that was the worst experience of my
the
life.
first time I got tested, because me and my ex-wife split for a while, and before we got back together, I had a buddy. And, so my ex-wife, whenever we got back together, was worried. Hey, are you going to get tested? And so I went and got tested. Fucking nightmare. It's the worst. 'Cause
and
that was pre-blood test and all the other shit they've got now. That was a fucking mascara brush up the pee hole.
Yep.
Ooh,
Chimney
pretty much.
sweeper. That
giant
nurse was a
Q-tip.
chimney sweeper.
So I'm kind of in the audience of a few older gentlemen that are around my age bracket. For once, thank God. Have any of you ever gotten? You should. Have any of you ever gotten your prostate checked?
Not yet. No.
Yep. Colonoscopy.
Oh man, it was the worst. It was when I was getting out of the service. They were doing their final checks. This old man, he told me, "All right, so we're gonna check your prostate." I was like, "Okay, shouldn't be that big of a deal."
First off, you go, wait. I'm not 40.
But
Did he lick his glove first? Was he like,
I wish he had,
While he was
because I was
Oh, he went in raw.
I was bent over the fucking table, and he, without warning, with no mercy, this was not a gentle process, just thumb, boom, right up in there. So painful.
While he's feeling around in the silver, do you feel both hands on your shoulders?
No, silver. You gotta imagine that this guy does this all the time, and like the 60 other people that were getting out at the same time have to have all this done.
Yeah.
He's gotta be shoving. He's just like, fuck this day.
I'm just his last asshole, and he's just sick of it.
he just has you and three guys right next to each other. And he's like, pop, pop, pop.
I'm his last asshole of the day, and he's fed up with it. He's just done.
Yeah, I am.
Oh my god, that's a big ass cat.
Oh yeah,
That is
they get
pretty much-
huge.
That is pretty much Morty.
Yeah,
Maine
Morty
Coons
actually-
get goddamn
He
gigantic.
just scratched at my my door, so Morty is here now. He's like that, but orange.
That's exactly what that cat is.
You know that if you let the link load completely, it takes you down to the picture.
Yeah.
Dude, these things are mini bobcats.
Yeah, they're gorgeous animals. I love them.
Yeah, they look adorable. I want one now.
They just shed so goddamn much.
Oh, dude, the hair is ridiculous.
Okay, I don't do shedding. Okay,
Okay.
I have had hypoallergenic dogs my entire life.
I'm gonna put it this way: cat hair is like fucking glitter. It's like herpes. You can't get rid of it.
Yeah,
Like, you
no,
have it, it never
it's
comes out.
it's over
I call
once you have
I
it.
call it lonely people glitter.
Pretty much.
all the inconvenience of stripper glitter, minus a lady being involved. Dude,
So I don't really know what we're at on time here, but I think it's about time that we cut it.
I think we're at 40 minutes.
I think
We
we
gotta be getting pretty close.
we pretty much hit our low when we talked about prostate exams. So I think we can't go much lower than this right now. So
We've got Matic in the group. I'm sure we could.
but I think that's gonna be it. So does anyone want to close this out?
Be Matic, our MC.
I don't know if we have
we
a.
have, yeah, so this is episode 3 of the ChaosCast. All of us have YouTube channels and such.
They'll be
And,
linked here in the bottom.
So we're going to
Yeah.
link them in the bottom. We stream occasionally. I'm actually planning a Dark Souls stream where I'm going to take half a shot every time I die.
Wow.
Oh, wait. I'm watching this stream.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
haven't
gonna be good.
decided when it's going to be yet, but I'm at twitch.tv/MaticHurts is my channel.
Well, make sure you upload that to YouTube after the fact too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm going to. I'll probably have to cut it out because I doubt I'm going to be thinking to start and end shit as I'm streaming, and I'm not going to be one of the assholes that uploads 4 hours worth of shit
Now
In
you
one
and
video.
expects you to watch through the entire video for the good stuff.
You're just gonna clip like all the deaths and just like shots.
Pretty much like 30
It'll go
seconds
from
leading
me
up to the
being
death.
like. It'll go from like me being like, "Hey, it's Matic Hurts," to the next video. I'm like, "Ah." It'll cut to this.
the most glorious of hard cuts.
You gotta do like one of those you see that ending and you're like, oh wait, what's going on? And then it cuts to the actual video and you do like all black and white. Just be like, I got you this time, motherfucker. And
Yeah,
then
it cuts.
just like
It zooms into like straight face cam of me like doing the angry face lip lick over and over.
I find myself when I'm playing video games, I'll bite my lip and I'll fucking like rub against my lip all goddamn night until I finish fucking that game or whatever. Okay,
Oh my
that
God,
sounded
what
bad.
did you just say?
All right, this has been revealing.
You know, like when you're playing a game and you get frustrated and you like bite your bottom lip or whatever, and you just like you grind on that lip, and then like my lips raw by
Grinding
the
on
end of the game.
lips.
I can't say I've ever seen that or done that.
I've done it.
But
I've done it.
all right, let's cut it.
Yep, that's it.
All
Bye,
right,
everybody.
thanks everybody for watching.